Hey innovators and creators, have you ever wondered, why do some people transform their lives step by step, while others stay stuck in the same routines? In Atomic Habits by James Clear, we discover that success isn't built on sudden breakthroughs, but on tiny daily actions that compound into extraordinary results. Today we'll explore the first 10 chapters through powerful stories from Toyota to Nubank to Razer, and learn how small habits shape identity, success, and the future. Welcome back to Read with Joy, where books spark bold change. Let's think smarter, act consistently, and grow stronger. Let's begin. Chapter 1: The Surprising Power of Atomic Habits. Why do small habits even matter? Because tiny improvements compound into massive results over time. Real success grows from invisible efforts done consistently. Toyota didn't conquer the auto world with one big breakthrough. Its secret was Kaizen, the atomic habit of progress. Every day, small tweaks on the assembly line, tiny suggestions from workers, little improvements that never stopped. Those micro habits stacked up, compounding into world-class efficiency and global respect. Toyota proved a timeless truth. Small steps, repeated daily, create extraordinary outcomes. Lesson? Success is rarely a leap. It's the reward of compounding small actions day after day. Chapter 2: How your habits shape your identity, and vice versa. Why do habits feel so hard to keep? Because we try to change outcomes instead of changing who we are. Lasting habits come from becoming the kind of person who does them. Leonardo Del Vecchio didn't inherit a legacy, he built one. Orphaned in Milan, Leonardo Del Vecchio started as a factory toolmaker. With habits of precision and relentless improvement, he reshaped his identity, from survivor to visionary. In 1961, he founded Luxottica, growing it into the giant behind Ray-Ban, Oakley, and LensCrafters. Del Vecchio proved a powerful truth: the habits you build shape who you become, and the empire you create. Lesson: habits are not just actions, they are mirrors of your identity. Change who you believe you are, and your habits will follow. Chapter 3: How to Build Better Habits in 4 Simple Steps. Why do good habits often fail to stick? Because we don't understand the full habit loop: cue, craving, response, reward. Without a complete system, motivation alone can't carry us. A devastating baseball injury left James Clear broken, bones shattered, future uncertain. But instead of chasing one big comeback, he started small, sleeping early, lifting weights, studying harder. Those tiny actions created momentum, better grades, stronger health, new confidence. Step by step, survival habits became a system of self-mastery. That same pattern, cue, craving, response, reward, became the heart of Atomic Habits. James proved one truth: big changes come from small steps, done consistently and well. Lesson: build habits with a system, not willpower. Cues trigger action, action creates reward, and rewards make habits stick. Now pause a moment and think. Toyota showed the power of tiny progress. Del Vecchio proved identity drives habits. Clear's recovery revealed the habit loop. Ask yourself, am I focusing on small improvements, shaping a stronger identity, and building systems? Or am I still relying only on motivation? Chapter 4: The Man Who Didn't Look Right. Why don't we notice our habits? Because many habits run on autopilot, triggered by invisible cues. What's obvious to the brain becomes invisible to us. Samsung's rise wasn't just about sleek design, it was about noticing what others ignored. Founded in 1938 as a trading company, it grew into a tech giant by studying human behavior at the smallest level. Designers watched how people held phones, checked time, swiped with their thumbs. Tiny cues revealed hidden friction, and Samsung redesigned around them. The result? Devices that felt smooth, natural, almost invisible in their complexity. By mastering user habits, Samsung didn't just compete, it dominated the smartphone market. Lesson: To change habits, first learn to notice the invisible triggers guiding your behavior. Chapter 5, the best way to start a new habit. Why don't intentions become actions? Because vague plans leave room for excuses. Specific cues and stacked routines turn ideas into action. At Beiersdorf, the force behind Nivea, launching a product isn't just business, it's a ritual of habits. Every rollout starts with clear purpose, set dates, and daily check-ins. These steps act as cues, creating a craving for smooth execution. The response? Precise timelines, unified messaging, and tight teamwork. The reward, over a century of trust, Nivea in homes across the globe. By treating launches like habit building, clear, easy, repeatable, Beiersdorf turned a simple cream into a worldwide symbol of reliability. Lesson: don't rely on someday. Link new habits to clear cues, routines, and environments. Make them obvious and practical. Chapter 6. Motivation is overrated. Environment often matters more. Why can't I stay consistent? Because your environment often shapes your behavior more than willpower. Change the surroundings, and behavior changes naturally. IKEA doesn't rely on motivation. It designs shopping to feel automatic. A fixed path, staged rooms, even a cafeteria, all built to guide choices effortlessly. By shaping the environment, not willpower, IKEA turned browsing into buying, creating one of the world's most iconic retail experiences. Lesson: to build habits, design your environment to make the right actions easier and the wrong ones harder. Pause a moment and think. Samsung taught us to see hidden cues. Nivea showed the power of stacking routines. IKEA proved environment beats willpower. Ask yourself, am I aware of my invisible triggers, designing clear plans, and shaping environments? Or am I still depending on self-control alone? Chapter 7, the secret to self-control. Why is self-control so exhausting? Because resisting temptation repeatedly drains energy. Avoiding the trigger works better than fighting the urge. Singapore didn't rely on willpower to keep its streets clean. It redesigned the environment. Chewing gum was banned, fines introduced, CCTV installed, and litter or graffiti removed instantly. With no messy cues left to copy, bad habits faded away. The result? One of the cleanest, most orderly cities in the world, built not on lectures but on smart design of behavior. Lesson: don't fight temptations endlessly. Remove the cues, and you won't need constant self-control. Chapter 8, how to make a habit irresistible. Why don't habits feel exciting? Because they often lack immediate satisfaction or reward. Attaching pleasure to effort makes habits more attractive. In Brazil, banking felt slow and boring, until Nubank flipped the script. Clean design, real-time updates, and small rewards made managing money simple and satisfying. By making finance feel good, Nubank turned routines into habits, and habits into loyalty. That's how it became one of Latin America's most loved banking apps. Lesson: pair your habits with pleasure. Make them satisfying, and you'll want to repeat them. Chapter 9, the role of family and friends in shaping your habits. Why do we copy others? Because we're wired to seek belonging and approval. We mirror the habits of those we admire or depend on. When Flutterwave launched in Nigeria, it set out to make payments easier. But its biggest impact? Inspiring a generation. Its success proved bold ideas could thrive, even in tough environments. Suddenly, friends were building apps, launching fintechs, and filling co-working spaces. Flutterwave showed that when you're surrounded by driven people, big dreams and bold habits become the norm. Lesson: surround yourself with people whose habits reflect the future you want, not the past you're leaving behind. Time for a quick reflection. Singapore proved avoiding triggers beats fighting them. Nubank showed habits stick when they feel good. Flutterwave revealed the power of community influence. Ask yourself, are my environments, pleasures, and communities pulling me toward growth or holding me back in old patterns? Chapter 10. Walk slowly, but never backward. Why wait to feel ready? Because action builds identity, not the other way around. You become consistent by showing up, not by being perfect. Min Liang Tan, a lawyer-turned-entrepreneur from Singapore, didn't build Razer overnight. In 2005, he started with just one goal, a high-performance mouse for serious gamers. Instead of chasing hype, he listened to users, refining every detail step by step. Progress was slow, but never backward. That steady approach turned Razer into a global gaming powerhouse, proving that small, consistent steps compound into big success. Lesson: you don't need perfection to start. You need persistence. Progress, no matter how small, compounds if you never stop moving forward. That's a wrap on Atomic Habits Part 1. If you want more, read along with 40 life-changing book summaries at www.readwithjoy.in or email us for a physical copy. From Toyota's Kaizen to Razer's persistence, these stories remind us habits build identity, environment shapes behavior, and small actions turn into revolutions. Here's a final thought: habits are not destiny, but design. The question is, are you designing your habits, or are your habits designing you? Drop your reflections in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss the next episode, where we'll dive into Part 2 of Atomic Habits. Thanks for watching. From Read with Joy, see you in the Part 2.